You don't have to dress like a little dainty doll to be feminine, and you definitely do not need to trade in your entire wardrobe to fit in some soft girl aesthetic on social media. The truth is, femininity isn't about erasing your style, your edge, or your personality. It's actually about elevating it. Whether you're into street, casual wear, minimalistic styles, or just anything in between, there's a way to soften your style without losing yourself. And this isn't about dressing like someone else. Absolutely not. This is about refining what's already you through elegance, through intention, and subtle confidence. So, if you've ever wanted to look more feminine without feeling like you're wearing a costume, girl, this video will show you exactly how to do that, but on your own terms. So, let's get into it. Welcome to the Chic Evolution, your ultimate destination for fashion, beauty, and empowerment. I am a former top model and multiple beauty pageant winner. I've had the privilege of walking the runways from America to Europe. I've graced magazine covers, and my passion for helping others has empowered me to uplift those around me. So join me as I share insider tips on style, confidence, and living your best chic life. Because at the Chic Evolution, confidence is always in season. Welcome back to our little corner of the internet. Over here, we like to talk about all things femininity, all things style, and of course, self-development. So if you're into that and you're ready to keep evolving and refining your mindset and elevating your life, girl, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe and like this video for more content like this. And if you are new here, welcome. On this channel, we like to start each video by lighting a candle. And this is not just for the ambiance, but it's a quiet reminder that this space is about intentional living, slowing down, and just elevating the everyday. Whether you're watching this with a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, some snacks, or just in between errands, this moment is your invitation to pause, to breathe, and to just come back to yourself. So if you have a candle nearby, you're warmly invited to light it with me. Here we go. And if you'd like, please stay tuned until the end so we can blow it out together. Because I always close each video with a positive and uplifting message to send you into your day with clarity and with calm. So let's begin. And we're gonna start here. The foundation of dressing more feminine often starts with how your clothing feels, even more than how it looks. Because people usually rush to colors and prints, but the transformation really begins with the fabric. So textures have energy. A soft rib knit, a brushed cotton, or even just like a flowy fabric, these materials instantly change how your outfit feels on your body, and in turn, how it's perceived by others. They bring a quiet fluidity that commands attention without shouting. Even something as simple as replacing a rough, rigid blouse with a slightly silky alternative makes a noticeable difference. And suddenly, your look feels intentional instead of forced. You're not dressing to fit into a mold, you're dressing to reflect your own version of softness. And this doesn't mean that every outfit needs to be flowy or lightweight, but a hint of movement in your pieces create a feeling of effortlessness. You don't need to wear a dress to look graceful, you really don't. You just need some part of your outfit to move with you. A draped coat, a long hemline, even wide leg trousers can introduce that feminine flow without changing your whole style identity. That sense of motion adds dimension to your look and signals that you're comfortable in your body, in your clothes, and in your choices. And I find that there's something almost poetic about how movement in clothing affects how we move throughout the world. It softens us without making us small. It gives us presence without demanding attention. And that, I think, is pretty powerful. Color is another element people overthink when trying to dress more feminine. There's a myth that it just has to be absolutely pastels, florals, or an overload of pink. And although that might work for some people, it's not the only way to go about feminine dressing. Feminine energy can be expressed in dusty neutrals, warm earth tones, rich jewel shades. A muted olive can feel nurturing. A deep plum can feel soft. An ivory monochrome outfit can be radiant and elegant. The key is to choose tones that support the energy you want to bring into your space. Tones that you feel comfortable in, tones that help you slow down and stand taller. When you start thinking of color in terms of emotional tone instead of aesthetic labels, everything opens up. And you can still keep your blacks and your grays, by the way. I'm wearing that right now. Feminine style isn't about eliminating contrast. It's about using it thoughtfully. Maybe you wear all black, but add a texture contrast, a soft knit sweater with a silk skirt. Maybe you bring in just one tone that lifts the whole outfit. The goal really is just to feel the shift, not a transition that erases your identity. Color doesn't need to scream femininity to be effective. It just needs to be aligned with your energy. That's really what I want to share in this video. This is where your personal style comes in and stays fully intact. You're not changing who you are. There's nothing wrong with who you are. You're simply refining the palette. Another thing, tailoring. This is something that I will always highlight. Tailoring is one of the most overlooked aspects of feminine dressing. A lot of people either go super structured and sharp, or they go extremely soft and flowy. And sometimes neither feels fully authentic. Feminine tailoring lives in the balance between the two. It's about clothing that frames your natural shape, not hides it or over-exaggerates it. You don't need to cinch everything in for every single style. Even just the smallest adjustments, like a hemline that ends at a flattering point or a blouse that drapes just enough to hint at your shape, can shift the whole energy of your look. Sometimes it's about being intentional with your silhouette. Instead of a boxy, oversized jacket, try one that has a curved seam or falls just right on your hip. If you're wearing something structured on the bottom, balance it with something softer on top. A lot of the time, it's not clothing that's the issue. It's the way it's styled. A blazer can be incredibly feminine if it fits well and is paired with something unexpected. And I really want to share this. Feminine dressing, you can wear cargos, you can wear joggers, you can wear denim, anything you love, as long as you balance it with a constructing shape or detail that communicates your specific softness. It's the curation, not the clothing. And really, accessories are where a lot of people either go too big or completely forget to lean in. But you don't need a full set of pearls or high heels to look feminine or feel feminine. One well-chosen accessory can completely shift an outfit's tone. A delicate watch, a silk scarf, a simple pair of earrings, even the bag you carry adds to the message your outfit is sending. Feminine accessorizing is all about subtlety with intention. It's the quiet detail that catches the light when you turn your head, or the pop of softness in a strong outfit. You don't have to layer it up all the time. Just one elegant detail can be enough to reframe your entire look. And here's where most people stop. There's one more piece to this, and it's the most important. It's the mindset. If you reserve feminine clothing only for safe settings like brunches, like vacations, you start to associate femininity with passivity. The real power, though, comes when you wear something soft and elegant in spaces you normally wouldn't, like the boardroom, a creative session, or while running errands. That's when it becomes authentic, not performative. When you stop performing femininity and start living it as part of your daily rhythm. You know what happens then? It becomes second nature. Wearing a silk blouse to a meeting isn't overdressing, it's anchoring. It's a subtle way of telling yourself that you can absolutely lead with grace and femininity and still be taken seriously. When you walk into a room with fluidity and focus, you change the narrative that softness is weakness, and you don't need to explain yourself. Femininity in style isn't about being sweet, it's about being composed, it's about being thoughtful and present. It's about owning your space, your taste, your presence, your identity, whether or not they're trending. So if you've been hesitant to embrace more feminine pieces because you're afraid of losing your edge, your personality, your oomph, this is your reminder. Elegance doesn't erase identity. It doesn't erase individuality. It amplifies it. It brings in a layer of self-expression that says, I'm not here to disappear. I'm here to show up fully and authentically. You don't have to change your entire wardrobe or aesthetic to dress more feminine. Absolutely not. You just have to edit with intention. Start with the fabric. Let the pieces move with you. Choose colors that support your energy. Tailor with softness. Accessorize without overloading. And most importantly, wear your femininity in places where it matters, not just the places where it's safe. The most magnetic outfits are the ones that align with your energy, not just the latest trends. And the most feminine version of you is the one that feels most like you. Not curated for likes, not overly planned, but rooted in quiet confidence. Dressing more feminine doesn't mean you're trying to impress anyone. It means you've decided to embrace softness as a strength, and style will always be a great tool for self-connection. So if any part of this video resonated with you, or if you found yourself rethinking your style in any new way, I'd love to hear what shift or mindset spoke to you the most. What is the fabric, the colors, the reminder that femininity doesn't have to be performative? Just leave a comment below and tell me how your personal style is evolving. I read every single one of them. And if you're enjoying this journey of becoming more intentional, more elegant, and aligned in how you present yourself, consider subscribing to my channel, because over here we talk about all things style, energy, self-expression, femininity, and transformation, with no pressure to be anyone else but you. And if you found this helpful, please feel free to share this with someone who's on a similar path. A sister maybe, a friend, someone who is rediscovering their confidence through clothing. Because you know what? Sometimes we just need that little reminder. And now it is time to turn off the candle that we lit at the beginning of the video. So here's my message for you. Until our next encounter, let your uniqueness shine. Let your self-love grow, and let your confidence inspire. And I will see you when I will see you, sooner than later. There you go. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, baby. It's a wrap. Ooh, ooh, it's a wrap.